What is going on, guys? Joey Suggs here. Welcome to today's video. Welcome to a little Sunday reset on Saturday. We're going to have a pretty productive day. Starting my day off with a signature whole milk salted honey iced latte. Really tasty here. And all around pretty excited for the day. First things first, I woke up relatively late, but I did sleep for 12 full hours. That's some recovery right there. I got laundry going upstairs. I got some dishes that are drying, about to be put away. Already organizing some things up here. I also have some fitness equipment to build in the garage and some tasty recipes to make. So welcome to a little Sunday reset vlog. And if you're wondering what's all in this latte, it is, well, a double shot of espresso. Then I put some raw natural honey in there, a dash of cinnamon, and then some pink Himalayan salt, mixed up with some organic whole milk, and then a couple ice cubes to top it off. And all that roughly comes out to about 150 calories. I don't really track the espresso because it's like 5 calories, and the salt and cinnamon's nothing as well. So not a bad way to start a morning, and it is going to fuel me on getting the rest of these chores done for just a little bit. Chores are getting done, some more laundry going up. It's about noon and I'm hungry. So let's go ahead and have my first meal of the day. My fridge is a little understocked currently because I'm going out of town for 3 days coming soon and then out of town for a week. Really excited to show you guys where I'm going. But I do have some of these hard-boiled eggs from Costco, so we're just gonna make a total of 6 of them. All right, and this is how I like to prepare my boiled eggs. Pretty much for each one, I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'm gonna take roughly, let's say like half to like 75% of the yolk out, just because when you're eating so many eggs, it's kind of tough to eat this many yolks. So I'm gonna repeat the process 5 more times, and this is what we're left with. As far as the yolks, I'm gonna toss most of them, but gotta give my girl at least one. There you go, sweetie. Up next, I'm gonna hit them with a little bit of cracked salt, as well as a little bit of cracked pepper. And finally, I'm gonna use sriracha on about half of them, and just normal yellow mustard on the other half. And here is part 1 of the meal, and honestly, this is pretty solid. Normally I only eat 4 eggs, but I only had 6 left, so figured I might as well double up a little bit. I'm also going to have a pack of this Archer beef jerky. Pretty basic, but it is a little extra filling and a little more protein in. And I'll probably wrap things up with some of this watermelon pre-cut that I got at the store the other day. All right, let's give these a shot. So we got a mustard one right here. Yeah, I mean, it's basic, but it's solid. I don't know what your like point of how many eggs you can eat before you realize that you're like eating eggs and you get grossed out. Mine's about 6, so I'm like right on the cusp. Let's get a sriracha one in the mix as well. Yeah, I feel like I almost like the sriracha one's better. But it is nice to like wash it down with something cold and sweet, like a chunk of watermelon like this. Yeah, wow, one of my favorite fruits, besides like maybe apples and bananas, watermelon. And we're gonna finish things off with a little bit of beef jerky. Do you want a piece too? The Archer brand's pretty solid. Normally they're a little cheaper and I can find them on sale, but they are like nice and soft, which is what I prefer in my beef jerky. So that is very good. And I can give Nat a little piece as well for a treat. I think what I'm gonna do is just chill for a little bit. The FSU game is on. Really praying we don't lose again. We started out great, and now we cannot win a game. But I am gonna track kind of roughly today. This meal came out to about 460 calories, maybe right around 500 with the sauces and stuff. 600 for the day, not bad at all, and we do have 57 grams of protein in so far. So the goal is around 3K calories with about 200 grams of protein. I think that's gonna be super easily manageable today, depending on what we do maybe for dinner later on. So far, so good. We're getting a lot of stuff done, and we also get to have a nice little meal at home using the stuff that I already had here. And Florida State loses again. Rough game, but been chilling on the couch with Natty. I did have a little bit of a snack while I was watching the game, and it was, for one, some of this like trail mix. I got this at Costco. Pretty good though. It does have like the white chocolate yogurt chips, blueberries, almonds, cashews, and then some of the Drizzle-licious. I've seen this a lot on TikTok, but I've been eating it for like a couple years now because they have it at like just my local store. They are pretty tasty though for a lower calorie snack, but I did have like probably 3/4 of the bag or so. So we're now sitting a little under 1,200 calories for the day, and still like at the same amount of protein, like 66 grams of protein still. But now that we got a little bit of snacking done, it's time we try and build something that I've been putting off for quite some time. You may have even seen it in the back of some videos. I got like a hyper extension machine. Never put it together back in July. So that I don't think it'll take that long to put together, truthfully. And then I also have a flat press, like chest press machine that I also have not put together since July. And I'm gonna try and get, hopefully maybe both of them done now. A little sweaty, and about 30, 45 minutes later, we have it built. And honestly, it's a little flimsy for an Amazon product, but it's not terrible. So it's got a height adjustment. It also has like a angle adjustment of how far angle you want to be. And like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little wobbly, but it serves the job pretty well for what it is. I can do hyper extensions, and also one of my favorite oblique exercises, the side hypers, could be good as well. And I think this thing was like 130 bucks or something on Amazon Prime Day. So all around, pretty happy. Do I want to start building the flat press? I guess I could. You know what? I had nothing better to do. Boom, here it is. Honestly, pretty solid machine. For most of its purpose, it's going to be a like chest press machine. Pretty nice. The arms kind of come in as you go through the reps. You can also make it go incline like this. That's pretty nice. And then same thing, nice press here. And it'll do a couple other things, but wow, that took me about an hour and a half. It's almost 8 p.m. now. Wrapped up in there, I am not gonna be able to hit my protein unless I get some protein in. And I have my Prozis Zero Whey Isolate right here with added digestive enzymes. And we're gonna do a few healthy servings of this. Along with Prozis' creatine. This is just normal creatine monohydrate, but it is micronized, so it does absorb a little better. Give this one a good shake. And protein going down. Now I'm also gonna take this with the Tribulus Max supplement and CLA. The Tribulus Max I've been taking for about a month now, just trying to like maintain and keep my test levels. I haven't got them tested, but sometimes you can kind of feel when they get a little low. And that has been a nice support there, along with these CLA. And as always, if you want any of the supplements, protein, pre-workout, snack food that I'm eating on a daily basis, check out Prozis down below. They got some incredible stuff for you. And they're bringing a lot more stuff to the site. And I'm really, really excited for that to happen. First link down below, my code is SUGGS10. You use it, you 10% off, plus some new freebies for you to try out, so definitely do that. And this can be some nice late day protein for us. And by the way, this added 270 calories to our day, putting us right under 1,500. And it had about 66 grams of protein in there, so we're sitting right under 130 grams of protein now. Fats and carbs nicely balanced in there, and this would be a nice little precursor for meals later on. It's been a little while since I've like actually made a full recipe for dinner tonight, and because of just the theme of today of being productive and doing the stuff that doesn't always sound that much fun, we're gonna do it. I have some pre-seasoned chicken thighs from Trader Joe's, some pre-cut Brussels sprouts from Publix, and then I also have 2 sweet potatoes. First things first, we're gonna deal with the sweet potatoes. I have my oven currently preheating, and for the sweet potatoes, I'm just gonna cut them into roughly like, let's say 1-inch-ish cubes. These look pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer them into a pan. Next, I'm gonna hit it with some avocado oil spray, just a little bit so that the seasoning sticks. And for the seasoning, I'm gonna use this Kinder's The Blend seasoning, which is pretty much just salt, pepper, and garlic. And now these can go in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. Up next, we'll handle the Brussels. These are gonna go in the air fryer, and I'm probably only gonna do about half the bag so they cook a little faster. Also gonna spray this down with the avocado oil. And for this one, I'm gonna do the wood fire garlic seasoning from Kinder's. Now this one I'm gonna have to watch pretty well, but I'm gonna put it on the veggie setting, which is 380. Let's start with like 10 to 12 minutes and we'll check it about halfway through and see how we're doing. And our chicken can just go straight into the pan. Okay, and halfway through, the Brussels are looking pretty solid. Give them a shake, toss them back in. Just a few moments later, chicken is done, sweet potatoes very nicely cooked, and Brussels sprouts crispy and tasty looking as well. Now we can just plate it up. All right, and all plated up, people. This is the very good sized bowl that we're looking at for dinner tonight. And everything actually turned out really well, I think. First things first, I want to try these chicken thighs. I was a little nervous they weren't going to cook all the way through, but they definitely are. In fact, I feel like that is cooked perfectly. Yeah, it is. And the seasoning is fantastic on there as well. Trader Joe's does do a really good job. These sweet potatoes, I mean, my fork just goes straight into them. Perfect consistency. And I think the setup, the way I like timed everything out, worked out really well too. Yeah, those are fantastic. For the Brussels sprouts, the thing with the Brussels sprouts, because they're shaved like this, some of them are gonna be really crispy, some of them are gonna have a little bit of crisp and then harder on the inside. Totally fine by me. And once again, very, very solid. I'm probably gonna use a little bit, once again, Kinder's. I can't believe how much Kinder stuff I use. A little bit of their honey mustard sauce over the potatoes and the Brussels. I feel like it's a nice little combo there. And it's nice to have just a little bit of sauce throughout the meal. Speaking of the meal, we did pretty well, I feel like, for dinner tonight. Around 800 calories for dinner, not bad at all. And I feel like there's a decent amount of volume in here as well. So it leaves us around 2,200 calories. Pretty solid there, and 175 grams of protein. So not too bad either. Still have some room to go, still have some calories to go, and some more protein to hit. But this is definitely gonna be a nice, filling, delicious, honestly not that bad of a meal to make either for dinner tonight. The time is now very late. It's like 11 o'clock. But I have decided I am gonna have a dessert tonight. And it's gonna be a dessert that I guess that you could say I've been having pretty recently. I'm gonna have one of these Chunky Fit cookies. This was from my TikTok shop video, and one of my favorite things from this video, actually. Along with it, we have the return of some whole milk to go along with the cookie. Once you have whole milk, it's just hard to go back. So I've never had this flavor before. Pretty excited. It is the cookie butter flavor. But one thing I really like about these cookies is they're very like, almost like they're still raw. I would say like soft baked. It smells pretty good. Yeah, very, very solid. Definitely like a little bit of artificial sweetener taste in there, but all around the flavor is really, really good and the consistency is really, really good. Pair that up with some milk and you're good to go. One thing I love, the calories are not bad either. The cookie is like, I think 195 calories, 200 calories. So not too bad there. And when I put everything in, we're actually sitting really nice. 26.50 for the day. And that cookie with a little bit of milk did put us over our protein goals. So now it's sitting at 203 and pretty nice fats and carbs in there as well. So yeah, definitely if you haven't checked out I don't know if you can get them anywhere else besides TikTok shop right now, but I do recommend these. I think they're called Chunky Fit cookies. But I'm gonna be enjoying this and going to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed a very relaxed, chill vlog. I got a lot of stuff coming up that I'm really excited to show you. So we're just kind of getting prepped for that. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press thumbs up button. I do appreciate it. And I will be seeing you very shortly in the next one. Peace.
This the anthem. If you rockin' with it, put your hands up.